and welcome back. Day 2 of our 5-day Intro to Pilates challenge. We're going to build on another principle. We started yesterday with kind of waking things up, becoming aware of what's going on within our body and how it applies to exercise. So we're going to focus a little bit today on breathing, expanding, stretching. I think right now we could all use to breathe just a little bit. In fact, right now, just take a deep breath. Feels good. So we're going to start sitting. All you need is a mat, okay? If sitting cross-legged doesn't feel good, you can grab a pillow maybe or a blanket just to kind of prop your hips up a bit. We won't be here that long. Just to get a sense of kind of what's doing with the 2 types of breath we're going to talk about today. The first one is a belly breath, okay? We call this our diaphragmatic breathing because we want to stretch our diaphragm a little bit so that our lungs can be a little more efficient in how they take in oxygen and expel our carbon dioxide. So taking the hands just toward the belly area, okay? Sitting up nice and tall, let the shoulders float on the spine. Let that head be nice and relaxed. I want you to take a breath into the belly. So pressing your hands basically, away, okay? Take an inhale and exhale. Just let that belly relax. And now as you exhale, we want to try to keep that beautiful alignment, okay? Not kind of slumping back, but sitting up nice and tall. And again, take a big breath into the belly. Inhale and then exhale. Just letting that release, letting the shoulders relax. And now take a big breath into the belly, everybody, and keep it there. And I want you to fill it up with just a little more air. A little bit more. A tiny bit more. You should feel a nice big stretch inside. And then just exhale. So taking hands to rib cage. I like to bring my thumbs to the back of my ribs and my fingers toward the front of the ribs so I have a sense of front, side, back here. And I want you to just take a breath into the rib cage, okay? Big inhale. And then exhale. And then notice, maybe does the right side expand a little more? Do you expand to the front versus the back? And does that correlate to whether you're tight in your back, in your neck, in your hip? It kind of is all very connected. So again, take a nice big breath and just exhale, releasing those ribs. And one more time, take a nice big breath into the rib cage, everybody. And now fill them with a little more air. A little bit more. I think there's a little more room in there. And then exhale. Easy. So as we move through our exercises today, as the abdominals are engaged, we have to get breath somewhere. And that's going to come from the ribs. It's going to come from the lungs. The lungs are going to go from these collarbones here to the bottom of the rib cage. And you want to think of them as, I like to think like gills on a fish, how they just open and close and open and close, okay? So pliable, stretchy expansion. All right, so let's come on down to our back. We'll start first sitting up and just make our way down, so articulating through that spine and hands down by your sides. Draw the heels in line with your sit bones. And we're going to return to that nice neutral pelvis that we started to find yesterday. So just a rocking of the pelvis forward and back, taking space away, creating space, and then finding neutral. So that's anywhere, where your back is happy and it doesn't feel strained. And I want you to go back to that belly breath. So big inhale to the belly, everybody. And then this time we actively pull the belly button to the spine without jamming that lower back to the mat. And again, take a nice big breath to that belly. Inhale. Exhale, belly button to the spine. One more time, everyone. Big breath in. And then exhale, belly button to the spine. So keeping those abdominals nice and engaged, we're just going to float that right leg into tabletop. And using our breath, we'll begin to coordinate the breath with the movement, okay? So we take an inhale as we tap our toe. Exhale, draw it back in. Inhale, tap the toe. Exhale, draw it back in. And again, take an inhale and an exhale.
One more time, everybody. Take an inhale and an exhale, and gently float that leg down. Left leg comes into tabletop, and we take an inhale and an exhale. So as we're focusing on the inhale and the exhale, the breath is going to come from those ribs a little bit. Now, we don't want the ribs to flare out. We want to keep the ribs soft, but letting them expand really to the sides and to the back while the belly's gently engaged. And now placing that foot all the way down. So let's take it up just a little bit higher today to a tabletop position, okay? Now, if you need to drop the heels to the back of the legs, all good. That's what you do, okay? So same breath. We inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Nice and easy, everybody. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Pulling the bellies in nice and tight, but allowing the back of the rib cage, the sides of the rib cage to just expand. One more time, everyone. Take that inhale and exhale, and tap it down with the inhale and the exhale, and float both legs down to the floor. All right, let's take the hands behind the head. We worked a little bit yesterday on that idea of nodding that head yes, and so we're gonna nod yes, and then continue to extend that spine, drawing it up into the curl, so everything is nice and relaxed. And I want you to float the hands off, reaching the fingertips toward your toes, and organize that head on the end of the spine. Bellies are pulled in. And now let's take those hands back behind the head and release ourselves back down. Take an inhale, everybody. Exhale, draw it back in as you nod, yes, and curl. Extend those fingertips out. And now let's keep the arms nice and long. We're gonna begin to release those arms and take it out of that curl. And I want you to take an inhale. As you exhale, think of peeling the arms, that head, that neck, taking it up, palms are down. One more time, everybody, taking it down. And here we go. Inhale, exhale, arms, head, neck, taking it up. Relax through the neck, everyone. So we're not gonna move our arms, we're not gonna do anything fancy, we're just gonna focus on our hundreds breath, where we inhale for 5 counts, exhale for 5 counts. So here we go. We inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's release everything down. Nice and easy. Take the hands down by the sides. We bring that right leg into tabletop. Take it up to the ceiling. Take an external rotation in that hip socket. So using that breath as we make our circle, we take an inhale, exhale, stop. Inhale, exhale, stop. Inhale, exhale. One more, please. Inhale, exhale. Let's reverse direction. We take inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, belly's pulled in. Inhale, exhale, last one. Inhale, exhale, come to parallel tabletop and gently place that foot down. Left leg goes tabletop, we take it up, take that little external rotation, everybody. And again, focusing the breath, coordinating it with your movement as we inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, one more. Inhale, exhale, let's reverse that. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, last one, please. Inhale, exhale, parallel, tabletop, and gently place that leg down. So drawing both knees into the chest, give a little rock side to side here. And I would like you to take that nod your head, yes, and bring those knees in and rock it up to a seated position. So the heels are in line with the sit bones for right now, okay? I want you to hold the back of your thighs. Sit up nice and tall, everyone. Float those shoulders. And again, working on the breath here, okay? So an inhale. As we exhale, we let our tailbones soften. And think of a nice expansion, a nice stretch through the back of those ribs. You're gonna stay holding onto your thighs, okay? Inhale, exhale, take it all the way back up. Inhale, exhale, start to take it all the way down. Breathing, opening the back of the ribs up. Inhale, exhale, take it all the way up. And again, inhale, exhale, take it back down. One more time, everybody. Inhale, exhale, take it up. And inhale, exhale, take it all the way down. And draw those knees in toward the chest. Rock that head side to side. Just make sure everything's relaxed. You know, when we don't breathe and we hold tension somewhere, anywhere, usually the neck gets tight, the shoulders get tight, even your back, your hips, everything can be affected when we're not breathing properly. So I want you to nod your head yes, everyone. Take it up to that nice curl, nice tight ball. So we're going to extend that right leg out. If you need to keep the knee bent, you know, maybe you're here, maybe you're tapping the floor. It's all good. And I want you to use the breath. So take an inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Now I'm just guiding you through breath here. If there is a different rhythm that makes sense in your body, I always say listen to that. You know, some days you're going to need to breathe a little bit deeper. Some days you can move a little faster, okay? You really have to listen to what's working for you. As long as there's no tension. One more time, everybody. And then we hug both legs in, come out of that curl. Make sure nothing happening in that neck. And at any point, you can also stay flat for any of these exercises. You don't have to curl until you build up the strength and the endurance and maybe just the coordination of movement. We want to move with ease. It shouldn't be that difficult, okay? So here we go. Take it up, everybody. So a nice tight little ball. I'm going to have you take your hands behind your head so we're supporting the weight of the head. And we're going to lengthen our legs out with an inhale. And exhale, draw them back in. Lengthen out on the inhale. And exhale, draw them back in. Maybe today, guys, you're going to go a little more shallow at that diagonal. Maybe your legs are just going to lengthen up, okay? So take an inhale. And exhale. And an inhale. And exhale. One more, please. Inhale. And exhale. And just release yourselves back down. Keep those legs right where they are. Take a little rock of that lower back. And big inhale. Exhale, nod yes. Take it up. And now you're going to hold the top of those shins. Keeping those knees in nice and tight. We're just going to take the arms by the ears, okay? Don't come out of your curl, so we're going to stay nice and tight. Arms are going to go by the ears on an inhale. And exhale, bring them back. And take it away with an inhale. And an exhale. This is challenging to stay in that curl without coming out of the curl. And this is just our prep for our double leg stretch. One more time, everybody. Take it away. Inhale. And exhale. And take it all the way back down. And just release that head. Let's bring those legs in and rock it back up to a nice seated position. So I'm lengthening my legs out. If your hammies are a little bit tight today, you're going to bend those knees. More importantly, I want you to really find those sit bones, okay? We're going to cross the arms in front. I like to call this my genie position. And sit up nice and tall. So take an inhale. Exhale, rotate to the right. And come back to center. And take an inhale, exhale to the left. And back to center. So as we're rotating, think of this rotation and this twist like twisting a towel, like wringing out a towel. You know, really trying to get the water out of the towel, okay? So we want to go into those lungs, go into those ribs, those intercostal muscles. Breathing, everybody. Coming back to center. One more time to the left. And coming back. And now arms are going to extend in front of you. And give me a little hinge forward. And again, focusing on breath. And coming back. And again, a little hinge forward, coaxing our hamstrings to release. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just moving, just breathing. And then go forward just a little bit for me. A little bit. And I want you to breathe into the back of your rib cage. And exhale. Maybe we can go a little bit deeper to that stretch. One more time, take a big breath into the back of those ribs. And exhale. Take it a little bit further.
and then restack the spine. Draw those legs back in and let your tailbone soften. Let's take it all the way down. And arms overhead. Lengthen out your legs, everybody. Give me a little stretch to that right side of the body, a little stretch to the left side of the body. And now let's take it over to our bellies, okay? So, hands will go right by the shoulders. The forearms are on the mat, the feet are together, and we'll rest the forehead onto the mat. So, pressing into your hands, everyone. Lengthen through the crown of that head, lifting up. And a nice big inhale. And exhale, lower back down. And again, take an inhale as we lengthen up. And I want you to think of gently pressing the pelvis into the mat so we're protecting the lower back. And then exhale, come down. And now everybody, we gently float that forehead up, the heart is up, and now let's take the hands with it, shoulder blades coming together. And then take everything back down. And again, forehead, heart, hands, nice big inhale. And exhale, take it down. One more time, everyone. Float that forehead, the heart, the hands, and take everything back down. So we're gonna take the hands underneath the forehead, slightly separate the legs, just a tiny, tiny bit. I want you to lift that right leg up to the back, and you're just bending the leg in and lengthening it back out. One more time, bend that leg in, and we lengthen it out and we lower it down. Left leg, lift it up. I want you to think of anchoring the opposite side of the pelvis while we're here. Inhale and exhale, lower it down. So now we lift that right leg up. And those little bend in and out are going to turn into little kicks. So a kick, kick, lengthen, lower the leg down. Float that left leg up with a sh, sh, lengthen it out and down. Right leg floats up, 2 breaths, everybody. Lengthen it out and down. Float your left leg up, 2 breaths. Lengthen it out. And lower it all the way down. So again, resting your head on your hands, lift your right leg to the back, your left leg to the back. I want you to pull your bellies in like mad and really start to use your glutes. And we take little kicks of our legs. Shh, 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 shh. Almost using our hundredths breath. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. So we just inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. We inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower that down. We're going to take it up. Go into a child's pose for just a minute. Release your lower back, your neck, your shoulders. And while we're here, everybody, I want you to think of the back of the rib cage again, okay? So take a nice big breath to the back of those ribs. Really open them up and then exhale. And again, open up those ribs and exhale. Down. Let's come on up to all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees underneath those hips, and taking it into a cat. So initiating with your tailbone, and just really getting a nice beautiful stretch in there, expanding everything to the back. And now starting with your tailbone, begin to go the opposite direction into your cow and really lifting the heart, taking a nice big inhale. Exhale, start with the tailbone, let that ripple through the spine as you exhale. And here we go, releasing that tailbone. Taking a nice big inhale. One more time, everybody. Exhale, tailbone, rounded underneath. And find a nice neutral spine. I like to talk a lot about lifting the front of the throat, just so that head doesn't hang out. So as we progress and move towards our planks and other positions, that the head doesn't hang out there. It's nice and supported. So lifting the front of the throat, everyone. You're going to curl your toes under, okay? And hover your knees.
So this is basically your plank. It's our prep, but this is your plank. And remember, we're holding, but we're breathing. So we can still be nice and expansive into those lungs, into the ribs. The bellies are supporting us, lifting out of your shoulders, holding your position, but not your breath. Big inhale, everybody, and exhale. Lower those knees down, uncurl the toes. Take a moment, you take a little rock back, a little rock forward, a little rock back. And here we go. Curl the toes under one more time. Float those knees off. And let's maybe work on that hundreds breath while we're here. So take an inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently lower down and uncurl those toes. So let's take it over to our right side. And we'll start with our left leg on top today. So we're all the way down. If you have that pillow or blanket handy and you would like to use it as a pillow, then go ahead. Legs are gonna be directly side of the body. We did this a little bit yesterday, okay? Hand in front, so I want that pelvis to be super stacked. And you're just gonna flip both legs off the floor. So taking a moment here to just finding some space, yeah, between the ribs, the hips, and underneath. We want to theoretically be able to lift that waistline off the floor, nice and supported. And just stay right there for me. And maybe give me tiny little lifts. Just finding our obliques, okay? We need those for support. And then lowering back down. So the legs are going to come to the front corner of your mat. And you're gonna bend the bottom leg, okay? Again, make sure you didn't collapse in the waistline. We have some space. We're gonna externally rotate that top leg. It's not gonna go very far. We're just lifting it up and down, but using our breath. 2 pulses up, 2 pulses down, 2 pulses up, 2 pulses down. Keep it small. Focus on your breath and reaching away. Inhales and exhales, nice and controlled. Remember, the breath is going to help you, especially when we start to get into exercises that are a little more challenging. And everybody has a different challenge point, depending on what the exercise is, where we're tight, maybe where we're a little bit weak. And now pause right here, find the space. Let's take little circles, easy. And again, inhales and exhales, just like the leg circles on our back. And it's gonna take time, to figure out the coordination of the breathing and the movement. And I often say that when something's very challenging, reverse direction, you're gonna take a moment to really go into the breath and let it help you, or just pause for a sec. That's all good. And now flex your foot for me, and we take 2 pulses front, point it, 2 pulses back. It doesn't have to go very far. It can just be front corner of your mat, back corner of your mat, but we want to keep that leg nice and lifted so we have space in the hip socket. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. One more time, everybody. Inhale and exhale, and we're going to take it all the way up. So the legs are going to be in what I like to refer to as an open mermaid position. Our mermaid is often closed here. And just take those arms out to the sides. Take an inhale, everybody. Exhale, bring it up and over. Really reaching, expanding through the ribs. And take it up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale at the top. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, exhale, take it over. One more, please. Take it over. And while we're here, think of that wringing out of the towel and adding a little bit of rotation to that. And exhaling. And again. And unwind and take it all the way up. Good. Let's take it over to the other side. So again, line that body up. Legs directly side of the body. Take a moment to find the space between the ribs and the hips. That front hand is forward. So I would rather that you lean towards me versus back, okay? So we're stacked. And lift the legs. Just kind of focus on the alignment. You know, where are we today? Where do things feel a little bit off? And breathe, breathe. Take little lifts, easy, nice and easy. Inhales and exhales. And then let's lower those legs down. So we come to the front corner of the mat. We bend that bottom leg. That top leg is gonna have a little bit of an external rotation. And again, we're not going very far, okay? So 2 pulses up, 2 pulses down. 2 pulses up, 2 pulses down. Eventually we'll increase our range of motion, or maybe not. You know, it depends on what's going on in your body. It depends on the day. Things change from day to day. And we want to really be attuned to that. And then we'll keep it down. Let's make our circles. Make sure we still have space here. Here we go. Breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Again. And let's reverse that direction. We'll take that for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's flex that foot. Keep it lifted. We go 2 pulses front, 2 pulses back, 2 pulses front, 2 pulses back. Nice and easy, guys. 2 front, 2 back. Good. 2 front, 2 back. Let's take 1 more. 2 front, 2 back, and lower it down. Let's take it all the way up. And we'll take it to our wide open mermaid position here. Arms go out, sitting tall. Take your inhale, exhale. Reach up and over. Inhale, exhale, take it over. And other side. Breathing and reaching, expanding. And take it over. And here we go. Pause right here, everybody. And give me that nice rotation. Breathe, lifting out of your shoulder. Maybe go a little bit more with your breath. Inhale, exhale. And we take it all the way up. Very nice, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Our day 3 challenge will be form and function. And